That was Shaka Khan, Ain't Nobody. So last night, President Biden, he visited Wisconsin and he gave basically had a town hall. The information is so limited on his presidency, I can't tell you truly what to assess it as. I can say this: he's been in less than 30 days. In any other job in the country, you wouldn't even have your benefits package yet. Like, you wouldn't even have your badge yet. Like, you would have to still be calling security so you could be buzzed in. You would not even be past probation yet on any other job. So I think it's unfair to assess somebody's performance in less than 30 days on the job. But I will say this: it is nice that so far he hasn't tried to assassinate his vice president. It is pretty nice that so far he has done the things that seemed to be missing previously. One was empathy, and two was focus. We are experiencing some level of abatement on the coronavirus, which was the most urgent task at hand. But also, we are experiencing frigid temperatures all over the country, Texas in particular. It is nice to have a president who isn't making a state that didn't vote for him suffer. It is nice that he's not making a state say, well, genuflect in front of him. It is nice that he is not promising or swearing to withhold funds and telling them what they did wrong and saying they need to fix their electric grid and saying they're antiquated and make them suffer in front of him. It's nice that somebody's not in trouble when he's throwing paper towels at them. So I don't know what his presidency will be like, but it's already different. The one thing that he seems focused on is the American people and what he believes he can do to help them. The other guy was pretty much focused on what he could do to help him. I think the relationship between the Republicans and Donald Trump is like Ike and Tina. You can guess who's Tina. So I don't have enough information to make an educated estimation as to what this president will do or has done. I think that so far he has done some things that America has needed for a very long time and forgot what it was like to have a man that's not making foreign policy on Twitter, that is not constantly insulting somebody, that is not making one thing that is missing is getting up every day and going, what the hell did this idiot do now? So I don't have all the information on what the Biden presidency will yield, but I do know this: it feels a lot better to have a guy who seemingly cares about the situation at hand, who is not determined to make every situation about him, who is not determined to make states that didn't suffer for him vote. One of the reasons that Corona got out of hand was because they believed that it was a blue state problem, as if we're not one thing. Now, the one thing that I can tell you that gives me some trepidation about Biden is this dogged determination to unify. We can't be a unified country when we can't even decide whether we should all wear masks, whether we should all address this coronavirus, this pandemic seriously. How can we all be united when we can't even decide whether it's right or wrong to attack the Capitol? We can't decide whether what we saw was an insurrection or just some people taking their house back. So it's hard to unite on the big things when the small ones seem to evade us. But I will say this: it is nice when a child asks a president a question about the potential of dying from the virus, and he has something that we haven't seen in a very long time: empathy. He actually answered that child and tried to allay his fears and not make it all about him. And that, for a 30-day analysis, is pretty good. All right, that's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.